today's video, we are taking you along the journey as we turn this warehouse into a office slash space where we can host you guys, share all the behind the scenes. So this is our first venture of sourcing. Mom had to hold a random stranger's hand at Dallas Market, and we share all the updates of our commercial project, the Cotton Gin, which has honestly been, I don't know. Are we quitting? You'll have to find out. Okay, so Mom and I are launching a new thing.
Always.
No, this isn't a completely new thing. So my husband owns a warehouse building. His tenant turned over, and we decided let's make an office, and to have a space for everyone to get together, we decided we are going to do a monthly or potentially bi-monthly, depending on how much time is required of us. So we'll bring some fun antiques, bring in some amazing vendors, the best homewares that we can source. And so we have been renovating the office space, overhauling the interior. We're going to try to make it feel,
like something so wonderful and so dreamy and so yummy that you'll just want to stay.
Yes. So the first warehouse sale is May 2nd. So I will pop up the event details.
We've done vendor events before. We've done events before. We love hospitality. We love all things home. And as you know, we are friends with so many great, amazing artisans and people that it's a great opportunity for y'all to come and see the friends that we have.
I feel like we've got the A-list in the area.
We really do.
This one, we are gonna, starting our first order of business is we are going to go to Antiques and Vintage. If you have been on our channel for any length of time, you know Greg is our guy. He sources doors from Egypt and really all over the world. They create so much character. When we have a client, we love to bring in these doors. You have them in your bedroom. I have them in my bedroom. We just did a lake house design plan and we incorporated them leading to the bathroom. We use them in the Park Place project. I mean, no matter your style, these doors are fabulous, amazing.
And look, I like to go and have a smaller selection of items because I can be overwhelmed by massive warehouses full of items.
That's what I was going to say.
This is something that we're doing to hand select things that we would use in our projects for y'all to use in your project.
Yes. So let's go. One reason I am so excited to feature Antiques and Vintage in our warehouse sale is because we've used their doors in so many of our projects, and no matter what the style, they always add incredible character. If you've been out to their Forney location, you know their selection is endless. You will never stop looking and seeing something fresh and new. So my goal is to curate some of our favorites and show you how you can use them in your own home. That way, when you're shopping, you can really start to catch a vision for how these pieces can make your space feel one of a kind. I mean, not everyone has doors from Egypt in their home. We've used their doors at the Park Place project leading to the bathroom and the office. My mom has a beautiful set of tall double doors leading to her bathroom, and I have a single antique door for mine. Apparently, we have a thing for using them in bathrooms, because even the lake house design plan we just created for a client, yeah, you guessed it, the doors lead to the bathroom. I've always wanted to use one for a pantry too, but we haven't had the perfect project yet. I'm here makeup free to share today's video sponsor, Foreo, and this is my new favorite product, the FAQ 202. This is not the first time we've shared Foreo, and I was very excited to share them again because I have continued to use and love their products, and this one I've been using for about 2 months and I've seen huge results. And I'm here to tell you it's because I'm able to stay consistent. It is a part of my morning routine. Sometimes I am using it to be super mom with my dream team as we fight off bad guys. But other times I'm using it and I am just soaking in home inspiration and relaxing and taking 10 minutes. I mean, you could use it doing the dishes. There are so many different things on that self-care list to be put together. It is so hard to keep up, but this is so easy. I love that it has an app to give you details on how you can use it and also change the settings. A few of the benefits include the 8 different wavelengths, including NIR to tackle signs of aging. It re-strengthens different layers of the skin, boosting skin's natural healing processes. It makes skin smoother, softer, less dull. It reduces wrinkles and fine lines, and it makes your skin tone more even. Pores are minimized, reduces redness. I mean, this is what we need as busy ladies to keep up with a great skincare routine. If you would like to try the FAQ 202 and other Foreo must-haves, make sure to click the link in description and use our discount code for 30% off. These products rarely go on sale, so this is a great opportunity to snag one for yourself and be like me, easily consistent with your new skincare routine. One of my favorite things about shopping at Antiques and Vintage is the dynamic between Greg and Mom. Every time we're there, I love watching them chat about the projects and literally sprint through the warehouse together to find the perfect set of doors. This time around, we've grabbed a few doors and shutters that we're actually turning into mirrors for those that don't have projects where they need a full set of doors. We also picked a couple shutter sets that would look amazing as cabinet doors. Our friend Jamie of One Quate Maison, I don't know how to, I'm pretty sure it's French, so don't judge my pronunciation. But anyways, she used them as doors in cabinets in her kitchen, and it's stunning. And I don't know where she sourced them from, but you could definitely do the same thing with these shutters from Antiques and Vintage. And so we will have those ready for you at the warehouse sale. And honestly, I'm just asking someone to design a kitchen in that way. There are so many creative ways to use the pieces from Antiques and Vintage, like incorporating them into built-ins, doors leading to any space in your home. We also scored a few gorgeous arch mirrors that would look amazing styled above a fireplace. I hope this gets you excited for the warehouse sale, and if you're not local, good news, you can shop Antiques and Vintage online. I can't wait to see what you guys think about this first set of selections for the warehouse sale.
Shelby, which one of these do you like?
The one on the right.
Okay, let's do that, and then let's do something different.
I got you. Think molding. Go to your left.
Okay.
At the
I
end
love
of
these
this,
blue doors.
I'm shocked.
You know I love a blue door.
Let's do it.
Gosh, how do you not love a blue door? What about this blue door?
There like
This is
2
better.
seconds ago.
This one's better.
Okay, so that was our first trip for sourcing for the warehouse sale, and I am super excited to have Antiques and Vintage and many other amazing vendors that you are going to want to redesign your whole house, build a new house, you know, all of the things. But I wanted to kind of give an update. You know, Mom and I shared our dream is to have retail at the Cotton Gin. If you're completely new here, the Cotton Gin is it's a Cotton Gin in our downtown, and it's always been a dream of Mom and I, and by always I mean for the past 10 years, to renovate it, bring a restaurant, wine bar, retail, just create like an entertainment hub in that space. And we have had a really, really, really hard time in our past. Our city is really hard to develop in. I'm going to pause this real quick just in case you're new here. Here's a 60-second version of a 9-year journey with our biggest design project ever, the Cotton Gin. In 2016, we found this old building in downtown Rowlett. We started dreaming. We launched our YouTube channel the same year. The owner had Alzheimer's, so the family couldn't sell it just yet, but we waited, we hosted events, and even opened a coffee shop in downtown. In 2019, the city tried to tear it down. It went before the Board of Adjustments, and we were able to save it and purchase it for fair market price from the family. Then a global pandemic hit. In 2022, we started dreaming again, but staff turnover in City Hall made things messy. Requirements were constantly changing. We talked to City Council. Some conversations were great. Some were horrific. Staff told us morale was very low in City Hall. We brought this before council, said the city manager was responsible. They gave the city manager a raise. So we hit pause, trying to figure out the best path forward, and now we're catching you guys all up with the latest.
Well, I was going to say, we have a first round of the story, and I'll pop that up. But then some more stuff unfolded, and at our last Q&A, Mom said we can't tell the whole story. It's not that we're withholding anything. We just don't know how it's going to...
We don't know how it's going to end, which is both, it can be a little disconcerting, but it can also be exciting when you walk with God. So we are following this thing as He leads, and we believe that He has a great plan. Now, I will say that we have not abandoned the dream, but we have surrendered it in such a way that we don't know exactly what it's going to look like going forward. So,
well, okay. And can I just tell you guys, I bet you guys could guess this, that Mom and I are all in kind of gals. Like, when we start something, when we go balls to the wall. And sometimes when you're a visionary like that, that means that you're not able, we're kind of like future thinking. Like sometimes we would not stay as consistent on our YouTube channel because we were focusing so much on city development. Sometimes we wouldn't take design clients because we would say, we don't have time, we're doing this project with the city. And we gave so much of ourselves to the city that we kind of put some other things on the back burner. And so I think what's cool now is we've learned that the Lord has never asked us to put this stuff on the back burner. So it's kind of like the warehouse sale is giving us an opportunity to source fun things for our clients, meet people in person, and revive that. But it also touches this desire to see a shift in our town, cool retail, cool experiences. So I think this is the first time that we're able to do something without, because I mean, I'll be honest, our clients are not in Rowlett. Although we serve Rowlett, or we would of course serve Rowlett, most of our clients are in Dallas, Rockwall. We're getting a lot of client work in Rowlett. So most of what we do is outside.
Also, when we made the announcement, we were at the permitting stage. So we waited to make the announcement for the Cotton Gin breaking ground when we were sure that that was going to go forward. Something wild happened, and we ended up being really convicted to bring some truth to light about some serious issues within the city. When that happened,
we briefly shared in our Q&A basically that they just you can watch the Q&A, but really it just shows that our city is developing in a very poor way. Our management is not leading us in the right direction, which is going to make development really challenging. So now,
well, it's way more serious than that. It's way more serious than that. So
we kind of just laid it all out. You know, if it happens, it happens. If not, if it's not. But we have created a really amazing community around it online and started this business. And so even though 10 years ago we sought out to do this, whatever it looks like, there's fruit and it's amazing. So
and we don't have to give up our dream. We can just revamp. We're still doing the things that we love and sharing this with you.
So the whole thing is we were going to quit again, which is not, that's like the story. And we got a call from a youth pastor, and he said, could we worship in the cotton gin? And we've told you about these God winks we've gotten where they tried to tear our building down, and someone notified us, and we're able to save the building from being torn down. Someone tried to set a Bible on fire in it. The Bible would not burn.
So this happens more times than I can count. And so this particular time, we were at the table talking about what it would look like to possibly partner with someone else or to give someone else the front face of this project, because we are not able to develop with the city manager. And so I said to Shelby, I remembered having just a vision of worship there. It wasn't my idea. It just came from outside of me that I saw this happen. And that would not happen now if we sold or if we didn't develop. I couldn't see that happening on our watch anymore. And then that day we got a phone call.
And so anyways, these kids came out, and they were really just trying they were teaching on the persecuted church, and just the whole point was that the worship was not to be, this gathering was not to be promoted on social media or the website, email. It was only to be spoken word of mouth, the location and the time.
As if they were the persecuted church in another country that had to hide or to stay hidden to be able to worship. Yeah.
And so they did, and they had candles. It felt almost like you would, to me, the way that they set it up felt like if they were to film a music video in there. There was something such an ambiance, and that building is so echoey. Even if you are not a Christian, the feeling in that building when everyone's singing was just so inspiring, and so I mean,
it was beyond anything I've ever experienced. I was just crying. And then the wind, y'all, I mean, I can't begin to describe to you. I mean, we probably had 50, 60 mile an hour winds.
Oh, yeah.
At points. And when you walk outside, you could hear the worship reverberating off the metal of the building, and it resounded throughout the park.
Yeah.
And I was just in awe of the whole thing. And so
long story short, we are not giving up, but we are holding it loosely. If it might not look exactly how we thought it was going to look, and it might look exactly how we thought it was going to look, but the journey to get there is not at all what we thought when we decided to renovate this rickety old cotton gin. But until then, we're going to do amazing things, and those amazing things are to have community with you guys and continue to share design inspiration online, to design homes for our clients and share that online, and 3, to have this amazing warehouse experience. And not just because we're amazing, but because we know we're just so resourced with these connections that have organically been made.
And the lesson really is, if you are in a period of transition or some type of a change, it doesn't mean you stop living, right? Like if you've got something that's coming up against you, you still can have joy in the midst of that. You can still do the thing that makes you sing inside, that, just makes your heart happy. Because joy is not dependent on a place or a circumstance. It's a heart posture. And so we're just going to keep singing, we're going to keep trucking, and we want you guys to join us.
So we have a big to-do list for this warehouse sale. Number 1, we need to paint the whole warehouse. Not the exterior, but the interior. We need to order we want to find cool wares. We were talking about coffee table books, cookbooks, our favorite candles, just things that you can style. And then
we have great vendors.
Great vendors. So it's all
So-
going to come together. So make sure you mark your calendars. We are doing I guess it's a VIP night, like an early shopping night where basically you can come in, shop first, have a glass of wine, probably have some cool appetizers and things like that. And we'll bring in some of our friends, Stephanie of Blooming Ivy Lane. I'm gonna reach out. I haven't even reached out to these girls, but like Michelle,
They'll show up. It'll be okay.
Michelle from Vintage Home, Shannon from My Little White Barn. We just have
Our friend Colleen is coming.
Yeah, Colleen. She's gonna bring some great wares,
Yeah.
but just bring in some people that we can have a blast and
Yeah.
So anyways, we've never filmed a video like this, but honestly, I love being transparent with you guys. I love sharing the rawness, the realness.
And when we do get the final verdict of what is going to transpire, we're going to bring it to you, and it's unedited and raw, and we'll tell the whole thing beginning to end if you have about, 5-6 hours?
No, I'm going to cut it down to 30 minutes somehow, somewhere. But I will tell you, if you have any friends that are in commercial development.
And we've done commercial development before, but this is just a new circumstance and that we've never run up against. And I've never had to wait so long for anything in my life.
Okay, so I just got to Mom's and I have an idea that I want to share with her regarding the warehouse. And so I'm going to invite you guys in on this behind the scenes building this thing out. Mom, camera's rolling, so don't say anything controversial unless you want to.
What would I say?
I don't know, but I would love if you could come up with something. Okay, so I was reading through our Q&As, thinking about the warehouse, kind of combining those ideas and kind of the goal of the whole thing. So I wanted to toss an idea. I have no idea your reaction. We've kind of done this idea before. Remember when we talked about doing like decor boxes, like accent decor boxes?
Yeah.
I was thinking, what if during the sale, every warehouse sale event, we did vignette kits? So we could do a shelfie kit. But we only do like 10 shelfie kits at an event, or 10 vanity accent styling kits, or nightstand, or kitchen island. You're done, Sam. What are your thoughts?
I like it.
I feel like everybody has a different style, but those like pieces that you would. Sam,
he's thirsty. Well, we've always said that there's just a few key things that make it easy, which we've said like 5 different items. And if you have those and they're beautiful and elevated, they can go with any style.
Well, I was thinking about the goal. So one of my first goal in the warehouse event is definitely to connect with our community. The second goal is to have really unique curated finds that you can't just like go to the big box shop and get. But the third is to create an environment that when you shop, you're inspired to apply those things to your own home. And I think a lot of times people get so overwhelmed because they see like, oh, here's this diffuser. How do I pair this with this? And then they just quit. And then they don't end up doing it. So I'm like, if they have this little like set of pieces and they've seen how you style it and we have an example of that, and they can go home and they can immediately do it. Oh, I have a shelf, I can do this. And then that would create momentum for them to create more spaces in their home that they're excited about, and they would be able to create a home they love. And then they would come back every single sale and do that. And then everyone would have homes they're excited about.
Okay.
Like it. So let's go pick out some pieces. We have a client meeting first.
Okay.
And then after our client meeting, let's curate that.
Okay.
And I would love to know.
I don't know. Puppies are being abused.
No,
and neglected.
It's not abuse. They are the most needy dogs in America.
But I love that.
You should make a dog room accent box. How to style your dog room.
I really should. And give a puppy with everyone.
No. let's not get in the dog business, but we do love dogs. So I would love to know, for some reason, shelves is the first thing that's coming in my head. Shelves, kitchen island, nightstands, like surface styling, but we need to like pick an area so it's really easy for someone to apply to their own home. The other thing I was thinking, we have a lot of people, influencer friends online. I was thinking every single event we could invite someone to help us curate that box. Like Stephanie, hey, what would you do? Michelle, what would you do? Shannon, what would you do? Lauren, what would you do? And so every time there's like someone else's ideas too. That was another idea, just a few ideas. But are you gonna be ready in a minute?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Our next step to our warehouse sale is Dallas Market. Of course, we had to bring the baby. This is one of our favorite places to source for client projects. It's so amazing that it is so convenient for us being in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. This is about 20-25 minutes away from us, and we have some amazing sources in here. I would love that as you're looking at this footage, if you see anything that you'd like, give us a shout so we can know what you guys want to see at the sale, or even online if we started carrying things online. One funny story while we were here, Mom is very afraid of heights, like super afraid, and the stair railing is glass. So since I was carrying the stroller and some other things, Mom found an amazing lady that was able to hold her hand to get her to the next showroom that we were heading to, and you will see that wonderful woman right there in the orange shirt holding Mom's hand. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We love feedback. If you do want to know more about the sale and keep updated, especially if you're local, you can use the link in description where we have all the event information. You can scroll down to the bottom and put your information, your email in, and we will send an email blast as things update. So can't wait to share more, guys.